Welcome to the India Denise Inner Circle, where queens level up, build empires, and walk in purpose. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let's go.
India Denise. Let's go. Started with a vision, now we're building empires. No more playing small, we aligning with.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I hope everybody is doing well today. Hey. Let me make sure I'm live on all my channels. Give me 1 second. Double check here. And while I'm double checking my live, I want to say I apologize for being tardy. Okay. So it's showing that we live. Perfect. Okay. So if you missed day one, I'm gonna recap day one. But the name of this series I'm doing is why most business owners are working hard but still not building. Okay. So my goal is to get you financially together so we can start building wealth, but also we can get business funding because I have a lot of people that's coming to me wants business funding. So I'm gonna help you guys do that as well. Okay. So again, welcome back. If you've been here on day one, comment day one. If you're watching the replay, say hey, how you doing? And tell me where you tuning in from. If it's replay, just put hashtag replay. And then we're gonna get started. I'm gonna pull up the comments on my phone. I can't see them. I couldn't see them yesterday either, so I'm gonna pull them up on this phone here. So if y'all have any comments, I will be able to see. Okay. Okay, perfect. So if I look down, that means I'm just checking the comments to see if y'all have any questions or something you guys want to highlight, and I can address it. So my goal is not to be in here long, but also give you information that's going to be valuable to help you grow your business at the same time. Okay. So again, this is day two. If you missed yesterday's live, I'm gonna recap to make sure you up to date on what we talked about. Okay. Okay, so to make sure you go back and watch the replay if you missed it. If not, I'm gonna go over again, but make sure you look at the replay. So yesterday we talked about why bookkeeping is not an option, the difference between revenue and profit, and why the IRS is not the actual problem. And honestly, the last point hit home for a lot of people. Most business owners think that they have a tax problem, but they don't. They have an organization problem. Most have a visibility problem, and most have a system problem. And today we're going to talk about the conversation a little bit more deeper because making this money and building wealth are two complete different things. Okay. So, revenue is like vanity, profit is reality. And one thing I hear all the time is India, I made six figures. That's great, but what did you do to keep those six figures? Okay. Because revenue is what's matter. So if you don't know what you did to keep your six figures, then you know what I mean? What can you really do? How can you build generational wealth with that? Okay. So that's the biggest thing I hear all the time. I made all this money um in my revenue, but I can't I don't know where my money went to, or I don't know how to build business wealth, or I made all this money, my credit's great, and I still can't qualify for funding, right? So why? Because you're telling me your revenue. Profit is what remains after expenses. And unfortunately, many business owners are celebrating revenue while ignoring the actual profit. So you can make $200,000 and be broke. You can make $500,000 and owe taxes. You can have clients and still have a cash flow problem. So when I'm telling you guys, you have a cash flow problem or you don't have a system, I'm not saying you don't have clients. I'm not saying you don't have the revenue. What I am saying is that you don't know your numbers, so you don't know your profit. Okay, and so that's why knowing your numbers matter. Not guessing, but actually knowing. How many of you know your actual profit from last month? If you do, drop a yes. And if even if it's a replay, put yes. Like, do you actually know your profits from last month? Not your revenue, but your profit. If you don't, drop a no if you unsure. Okay. And it's okay to be unsure. But we're gonna change that going forward because you need to know what your business is actually doing. Yesterday, I gave out a couple of homework things to do, okay? I wonder who complete those things because if you actually did the assignment, you should know some of your numbers, especially from last month. Okay. So the first thing I asked for you to do was to review your profit and loss statement. If you don't have a profit and loss statement, I give you a link on my website for you guys to go on there and download the tracker where you can actually put in the profit and loss statement, your income and your expenses, so you will know what your profit is. Okay. So if you did not do that, make sure you go to the website, and I will have the website link in the comments. It will be www.royalfinancialllc.net. You'll go to the top, click digital, and then you will see the tracker there. Okay, so make sure you have that because that's going to be very important as we go through this. I guess my little talk section. Okay. And the reason why I'm telling you guys to do this because you cannot make good business decisions if you don't know your numbers. So knowing your numbers is very important to you. The second thing I asked was to make sure you separate your business and your personal finances. You should have a business account. You should have your business expenses separate. And you should have your business records together. Stop mixing everything together. It creates confusion. It creates tax issues. It creates unnecessary stress. So that was the importance of getting everything separated. So I know sometimes it may take a couple of days to open up a business account, but long as you start that process, you are on the right path to separate your business and personal. Okay. So that means no more personal cash apps, no more personal Zelle, no more personal Venmo. If you take those things, make sure you have it listed under your business and not personal. Okay. Because again, personal and business is commingling and you don't want to be in that situation. Okay. And the next assignment I gave was schedule a tax planning session before tax season. Most people wait until tax season, and the problem is by then it's many missed opportunities. You can't really do anything when it's coming tax season. When you can't do anything when it's tax season, the numbers are the numbers. You owe the taxes that you owe. Tax planning happens before the year's end. Tax preparation happens after. So that's a big thing I want to call out. Tax planning happens before the end of the year. So you can't go to a tax advisor and say, hey, it's December 31st. I want a tax plan. No, we need to get tax plans in now. Okay. So that happens during the year. So during the year, as a business owner, your mindset should be, how can I plan for my upcoming taxes? So I don't have to be stressed out during tax season, right? Tax preparation, it happens after taxes. The only thing you're doing is preparing your taxes. You send all your documents in. We make sure they prepare correct and accurate according to the IRS guidelines, and we submit them for you. That's all tax preparation is. It's not tax planning. So tax preparation and tax planning are totally different services. Okay. The tax savings happens during the planning phase. So if you're looking like, why I'm always on the IRS at the end of the year, it's simple. You're not planning your taxes. You're not having the right conversations, or you're not dealing with the right type of professional that could help you plan your information. Okay. Everybody likes to call themselves CEOs, but I want to tell you something. To be a CEO, you need to know your numbers. So if we call ourselves CEOs, make sure you're reviewing your numbers, and make sure you're reviewing your numbers monthly, because we want this generational wealth. We want this business funding, but we don't know our numbers. So we're missing something big there, right? So make sure you know your numbers every month. every business owner, whether you just get started, whether you've been in the industry 2 years, 10 years, 30 years, 50 years, whatever that looks like for you, make sure you review your numbers. If you new into the industry, make that a habit. So look at your numbers every day, once a month. Put it in your calendar. See what's going on. See how much money you spend. We know when you start a business, you spend a lot of money in the beginning, right? Go ahead and write those things down and keep a track of your expenses. Go ahead and get in that habit so when you start making the big money, it's a routine. Okay? So the business owners that's growing right now have one thing in common. They know their numbers. Every month, not once a year, not once a month. They know their revenue, their profit, their expenses, their cash flow, their tax liability. They know what growth opportunities is available. And that's why they can make confident decisions. So have you ever, as a business owner, like, oh, should I do this type of advertising to get more clients, or should I buy this new computer in my office, or whatever your decision is? You can't really make a solid decision without knowing your numbers, right? Or should I hire more staff? You need to know your numbers. Are you bringing enough revenue in? And with the revenue that's coming in, do you know how to determine what's your profit? Based off your profit, do you have another profit that's in to hire somebody to purchase equipment to do all these different things? Okay, and that's real big when it comes to business funding, right? And when the more we get into this, the more we're going to talk about it as well. But you need to know your numbers. That's why people who know their numbers scale faster. So you ever sit back and say, "Oh, she just got started. He just got started. They got a whole staff, or they got a location." Whatever that may look like is because that person, they know their numbers. Now I'm gonna say make some people just jump out there in the water, but most times when you see a company making those type of decisions, they know their numbers and they able to scale up faster. And the faster you scale up, the more money you can make. So that's why keeping more, and that's why they keep more money. You ever heard the saying, rich don't pay taxes? Again, they know their money, they know their profit, they have the right team in place to help them plan for their taxes so they don't have this big tax liability. So keep in mind, clarity create confidence, and confidence create growth. Okay? So you got me. So if you know your numbers, you should be confident in every decision that you make in your business. You should be confident at the end of tax season, if you have the right professional, that you're not going to owe this big lump sum of taxes. So if you're paying taxes, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, you definitely need to have a conversation with someone to figure out, why am I owing this amount? Okay. Now, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be teaching more about this in my upcoming webinar, Stop Overpaying Taxes, because there are so many business owners legally paying more than they need to, simply because they don't understand the rules. They don't understand tax planning. They don't understand deductions, and they don't understand business structure. And I want to change that. So if you want more information about the webinar, type webinar below, and I will send you the link to register for the webinar. And the webinar is free. Okay. So also I want to tell you, I want to introduce something to you guys as well. So I want to introduce you to my inner circle. And for those who want to go even deeper, I've been building something special, and I call it the inner circle. The inner circle is for business owners who want ongoing guidance, accountability, training, and support. So not just doing tax season all year round. We will talk about money management, business systems, tax strategy, how to be profitable, growth, wealth building, and I'll share more details soon. But if that's something you interested in, make sure you comment in the circle below, and I will send you the waiting list form for that. Okay. So yeah, I told you I'm not gonna be here too long today. I'm not gonna be here too long. So I want to thank you all for joining me today, whether it's live or replay. Tomorrow we're gonna go even a little bit deeper. We're gonna talk about some more business growth and other things that so you can stop being stuck. Until then, know your numbers, protect your profit, and stop making financial decisions in the dark. I'm India Denise with Royal Financial. Remember, tax expert, tax trusted advice, and royal results. I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully on time at 9:45. Until then, see you. Bye.
Every day.
Thank you for being part of the India Denise Inner Circle. Keep leveling up, keep building, and remember, you're already chosen. We'll see you next time. Stay in the circle.
In the circle. You either in or you out.